Yesterday 7 p.m. Updated yesterday 11:01 p.m. Scroll staff share tweet email Reddit print share tweet email Reddit print FIFA World Cup by Scroll staff published yesterday 7 p.m. Updated yesterday 11:01 p.m. FIFA join us tomorrow for what promises to be a rollicking day for football fans. Egypt and Uruguay start proceedings at 17:30 East, followed by Iran facing up against Morocco at 8:30 East. The marquee game between Spain and Portugal will kick off at 11:30 East. WhoScored.com, at WhoScored, June 14, 2018. Most one-sided victories in Italy vs USA 7-1, Rome 1934, Russia vs Saudi Arabia 5-0, Moscow 2018, Brazil vs Mexico 4-0, Rio 1950, France vs Mexico 4-1, Montevideo 1930, Sweden vs Mexico 3-0, Solna 1958, Arkabatacharia at Highledge. Google, June 14, 2018. Saudi actually saw more of the ball. Russia simply did more with it. Image credit, FIFA. Denis Cheryshev is awarded the man of the match full-time. Russia 5-0, Saudi Arabia. What a start to the tournament. The under-fire hosts answer their critics in emphatic fashion. Their only dampener from this encounter was Zagoyev limping off and might miss the rest of the tournament. No problem, said Russia as they had two substitutes register on the score sheet. Cheryshev might have scored one of the goals of the tournament and Golovin might have added another 20 million to his price tag with today's performance. Saudi simply shuddered in front of the arc lights and were brutally punished. It will not get easier against Uruguay and Egypt. Saudi Arabia's misery continues. What a curler from Golovin, who has had a dream evening at Moscow. Once again, we doubt if most keepers in the world would have stopped that. The ball went to the left of Abdullah, who could do little to stop the ball from going in. The referee also blows the full-time whistle. 93 feet goal, Russia 5-0, Saudi Arabia, cracking free kick from Alexander Golovin. 92 feet, Russia get a free kick from outside the box. A stunner and the pick of the evening. The substitute got the ball just outside the box, took a couple of steps and blasted a shot with the outside of the boot. No stopping that one as it hit the top corner. What a start for the hosts. 90 feet goal, Russia 4-0, Saudi Arabia. Denis Cheryshev gets his second. What a peach of a goal. 3 minutes of stoppage time added. 87 feet, Alexander Golovin gets the first yellow card of the game for a clumsy challenge. It was needless at this stage. The playmaker has been exceptional otherwise. 82 feet, Saudis have the ball but their travails to play the ball out of the Russian attackers continue. The pattern continues, Golovin and co press aggressively and win the ball back. There is no sophistication to Saudi Arabia beyond possession-based positional play, which is ineffective unless you have superior individuals. With such an approach, it is unsurprising that once behind they have been unable to penetrate Russia's midfield. There is no respite for the Saudi defense, though. They continue to defend in numbers. Hatton replaces Yahya for Saudi Arabia. Once again, the Saudi defense is beaten in the air. Once again, it was Golovin creating the goal. Once again, it was a substitute. Brilliant delivery from the right wing. Disuba, who had come on just a minute earlier, thunders the ball home with a powerful header. Another one goes in. Russians are running away with this goal. Russia 3-0, Saudi Arabia. Another substitute for Russia. Disuba comes in for Smolov. 67 feet to nearly a third one there as Smolov was praying in front of goal. Abdullah spilled a long-range effort but the Saudi defense was alert to clear their lines on time. The Russian attacker was just a fraction away to net the rebound. 66 feet, Cheryshev continues to be in the thick of things. He directed a strong header goalwards, which keeper Abdullah saved with ease. Meanwhile, Saudis are finding the towering presence of Kaczynski a menace in the middle of the pitch. Substitutions for both sides. Abdullah Otayoff is replaced by Fahad Al-Moulad, who got his team to the World Cup. Sametov is off for Russia. Kuzayev comes in for the hosts. 60 feet. The crowd is doing their best as their team continue to stream forward into the opposition box. This, though, was after Saudi had a good spell on the ball in the middle of the park. They didn't do much with it, however. Imagine if these legends got together. 55 feet. Great chance for Saudi. Al-Sahalawi from the right delivers a teasing ball into the box that eluded the Russian backline and went to the far post. All it needed was a feather touch, which Taseer Al-Jassim couldn't provide at the far post. That was tantalizingly close. 51 feet. The attacks keep pouring in from the hosts, who are showing tremendous verve and zest in the opposition box. Alexander Sametov, from just outside the box, controls it and smashes it goalwards. The ball went a few inches over the crossbar. 49 feet. Smolov nearly ran into space but won a corner for his side. Gazinski won the ball back for his side and passed to Zhirkov, who played a lovely ball over the top for the Russian forward. 37 feet. Saudis continue to be sloppy on the ball as the Russians continue to bomb forward with purpose. This could be a long evening for the Asian giants. Highest scoring first halves in the history of France, Mexico 3-0, 1930, full-time, 4-1 Italy, USA 3-0, 1934, FT, 7-1 Germany, Costa Rica 2-1, 2006, FT, 4-2 Russia, Saudi Arabia 2-0, 2018, Arka Bhattacharya, at Highledge. Google, June 14, 2018 HT. The CSKA Moscow midfielder is one of the brightest talents in the country and has been linked with Juventus recently. Shining star in the making, 22 years old, grinpic.twitter.com/Ev6Kibes, Roro Minstro, trademark sign, at Roromeo. MUFC 10, June 14, 2018. The second half is ready to get underway. The players are out on the pitch. Image credit, FIFA. Russia have clearly dominated proceedings. Image credit, FIFA. Cheryshev picks out the top corner. Saudi Arabia are comfortingly awful. Gary Lineker, at Gary Lineker, June 14, 2018 halftime. Russians run down the clock to the halftime whistle. There are some drooping shoulders that are visible in the Saudi camp. Russians have clearly been the better team and are deservedly 2-0 up. Saudis need to show a bit more courage on the ball. Packed stadium give a huge roar of approval. 42 feet. A bit of fortune in that one for Russia, who are now in cruise control. The pressing game worked in their favor. In a quick counterattack akin to Klopp's Liverpool, Golovin won the ball and made a good run into the box. His final ball to Cheryshev was a little delayed, but the substitute still managed to keep possession and smash a thundering shot into the top corner. Goal. Russia 2-0 Saudi Arabia. Denis Cheryshev doubles his side's lead. 39 feet. The Russian front three continue to press the Saudi defense, who are under considerable amount of pressure. Alan Zagoyevov. He missed Euro 2016 with a fractured metatarsal, missed the Confed Cup in 2017 with another injury, and then in the opening game of the 2018. Nothing doing, says the referee. Replays show that it was a rather soft appeal from the hosts. 33 feet. Once again, Russians find space in the middle and behind the fullbacks. Smolov is having a fine spell on the ball and is in the thick of things. 30 feet. Saudi fail to capitalize on another half chance. They get a free kick some 30 yards from goal. A loopy ball is floated in by Salman, but the header goes way over the bar. Fastest goals in. Google, June 14, 2018. 13 Saudi Arabia have conceded 13 headed goals at the grounded. Opta Johan, at Opta Johan, June 14, 2018. 26 feet. Cheryshev is off to an encouraging start to the game as he making a surging run down the left channel. Golovin was waiting for the final ball in the box. The Saudis clear as Cheryshev goes for glory. Opening goal of the last 5 World Cups: Soccer Ball 2002, Diop Senegal Soccer Ball 2006, Lahm Germany Soccer Ball 2010, Tishabalala South Africa Soccer Ball 2014, Marcelo Og Croatia Soccer Ball 2018, Gazinski Russia. The Russians open the scoring at the 21st. Pic.twitter.com/WFKKH1Z, Squawka News, at Squawka News, June 14, 2018. Denis Cheryshev has come on for the injured Zagoyev. 22 feet. Oh dear, what do we have here? Alan Zagoyev has collapsed on the turf and is clutching his hamstrings. It does not look good, and the Russian playmaker is limping off the field. This may well be his last appearance. 20 feet. Oh, Saudi nearly leveled things up in the game. Al Sahlawi just needed a feather touch to take the ball past Akinfeev. It was a sweeping move that started in their own half. Yuri Gazinski is the first player to score the opening goal of the Scotland in 1998. The hosts start the party. Pic.twitter.com/bivson, Squawka Football, at Squawka, June 14, 2018. 15 feet. There was nearly a second for the Russians. The Saudis somehow survive as there is a mix-up between 2 Russian forwards in the penalty box. It was a quality move from the Russians. Zibanin and Zhirkov traded passes from the corner. The ball came back to the former, who found space and delivered a pinpoint cross from the left. Gazinski rose above the defense to head the ball home. 11 feet. Goal. Rus 1-0. Saw. Gazinski scores the first goal of the World Cup. 8 feet. More Russian possession as the Saudis fail to clear their lines. Golovin on the left wing is seeing a lot of the ball and is combining well with his number 10, Alan Zagoyev. 6 feet. Saudi get space up front and have a brief spell of possession. However, Russia win the ball back and put Saudi under the cosh. 3 feet. Russia have had the lion's share of possession in the early stages here. They won a corner in the 2nd minute, which was taken by Zhirkov. There are signs of nerves from both teams. We are ready for kickoff. World Cup, still their greatest opening ceremony moment of all time. Diana Ross bails from the penalty spot at USA 94. With hindsight, she was overconfident. A feint here, a dummy there. Sometimes you've just got to put your foot through it, son. Pic.twitter.com/axga4rk, Proper Football, at Sid_Lambert, June 14, 2018. We put in a lot of effort. You put in a lot of enthu. Hopefully the players will put in lots of goals. Vladimir Putin opening. Following their 2-0 win against Tunisia in 2002, they have drawn 2 and lost 3 in their last 5 games in the World Cup. More fun facts: Japan's 3-1 win over Denmark in the 2010 World Cup was the last time an Asian side won in the showpiece event. The players have reached the tunnel. We are all set to rumble. Ooh, did Robbie Williams just flip the bird there? Sergei Ignashevich, at 38 and 335 days, will become the oldest player to appear for Russia or USSR in a World Cup match. Robbie Williams has taken over. He belts out his hit number from the 90s, "Let Me Entertain You." Also read, Mexicans cast a spell, a joke on the Azzurri. And more. Another fun fact, no host nation has ever lost in their opening game of a World Cup. 15 teams have won their games. There have been 6 draws, and this includes co-hosts of 2002, South Korea and Japan. The opening ceremony is ready to get underway in Moscow, Russia. Akinfeev, Fernandez, Kutepov, Igainsvich, Zhirkov, Gazinski, Zobnin, Sametov, Golovin, Zagoyev, Smolov. Saudi Arabia, Al-Mayouf, Al-Barak, Oz, Hassawi, Hassawi, Al-Sharani, Odayf, Al-Dazari, Al-Faraj, Al-Jassim, Al-Shiri, Al-Salawi. Welcome to Zlatan, Russia. Good news: Liverpool, Mo Salah, Egypt, and fans of players who score a lot of goals. Egypt's talisman is ready to tear the wing in Russia and is almost 100% fit, says coach Hector Cooper. Take a look at how Saudi Arabia announced their squad. There is a Malayalam bit too. Fun fact, the only meeting between the Russia and Saudi Arabia was a friendly in October 1993. Saudi Arabia won the game by a handsome 4-2 margin. Germany are tipped by many to retain the title. Here's an interesting stat: have reached 4 consecutive semi-finals, more than any country in the World Cup history. Have topped their group for 8 consecutive World Cups, more than any other nation in history. Have reached 8 World Cup finals, more than any other country in the history. Has scored 224. Picked out twitter.com/2mzzsxt8si. Bayern Munich fans, at Fans of Bayern FC, June 12, 2018. Get ready to rumble. All you history aficionados, here is a look back at all the editions in brief, starting from the 1930 World Cup. Hello and welcome to the live updates of the first match of the FIFA World Cup 2018 in Russia. Hosts Russia get the ball rolling against Saudi Arabia at the completely refurbished 80,000-capacity Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow. Russia is spending more than €11 billion on hosting football's showpiece, the most important event in the country since the 1980 Moscow Summer Olympics. On the field, Russia and the Saudis do not represent the most glamorous opener, they are the 2 lowest-ranked teams in the tournament. The Russians have dropped to 70th in the world. Coach Stanislav Cherchesov is under immense pressure. His side have gone winless in 7 games and the side have slipped to 70th in the world. Public scrutiny will also be intense. We have to take all the criticism and turn it into something positive, Cherchesov said. Support our journalism by subscribing to Scroll here. We welcome your comments at letters@scroll.in. FIFA World Cup Football: Russia vs Saudi Arabia. FIFA World Cup 2018 sponsored content by published June 8, 2018, 6:15 a.m. Nexa. Share tweet email Reddit print. Share tweet email Reddit print. On certain forums on the internet, heated discussions revolve around the color of number 9 or the sound of strawberry cupcake. And most forum members mount a passionate defense of their points of view on these topics. These posts provide insight into a lesser-known, but well-documented, sensory condition called synesthesia, simply described as the cross-wiring of the senses. Synesthetes can see music, taste paintings, hear emotions, and experience other sensory combinations based on their type. If this seems confusing, just pay some attention to our everyday language. It riddled with synesthesia-like metaphors: to go green with envy, to leave a bad taste in one's mouth, loud colors, sweet smells, and so on. Synesthesia is a deeply individual experience for those who have it and differs from person to person. About 80 different types of synesthesia have been discovered so far. Some synesthetes even have multiple types, making their inner experience far richer than most can imagine. Most synesthetes vehemently maintain that they don't consider their synesthesia to be a problem that needs to be fixed. Indeed, synesthesia isn't classified as a disorder, but only a neurological condition, one that scientists say may even confer cognitive benefits, chief among them being a heightened sense of creativity. Pop culture has celebrated synesthetic minds for centuries. Synesthetic musicians, writers, artists and even scientists have produced a body of work that still inspires. Indeed, synesthetes often gravitate towards the arts. Eduardo is a Canadian violinist who has synesthesia. He's, in fact, so obsessed with it that he even went on to do a doctoral thesis on the subject. Eduardo has also authored a children's book meant to encourage latent creativity and synesthesia in children. Litsa, a British violinist, sees splashes of paint when she hears music. For her, the note G is green, she can't separate the two. She considers synesthesia to be a fundamental part of her vocation. Samara echoes the sentiment. A talented cellist from London, Samara can't quite quantify the effect of synesthesia on her music, for she has never known a life without it. Like most synesthetes, the discovery of synesthesia for Samara was really the realization that other people didn't experience the world the way she did. Eduardo, Litsa and Samara got together to make music guided by their synesthesia. They were invited by Maruti Nexa to interpret their new automotive color, Nexa Blue. The signature shade represents the brand's spirit of innovation and draws on the legacy of blue as the color that has inspired innovation and creativity in art, science and culture for centuries. Each musician, like a true synesthete, came up with a different note to represent the color. Nexa roped in Indraneel, a composer, to tie these notes together into a harmonious composition. The video below shows how Sound of Nexa Blue was conceived. You can watch Eduardo, Litza and Somara replay the entire Sound of Nexa Blue composition in the video below. To know more about Nexa Blue and how the brand constantly strives to bring something exclusive and innovative to its customers, click here. This article was produced by the Scroll marketing team on behalf of Nexa and not by the Scroll editorial team.